Ho ho ho! Hope you're having a great day. In this video, I'll be showing you the best Christmas and holiday themed mods in Baldur's Gate 3's Mod Manager. Now this was a long game. I actually did a video on this last year, but there wasn't a whole lot of Christmas themed mods, so I actually made one so that I could do a video on this. So the first mod that I want to show off here is the Christmas Santa hats by Elven here. And this adds in two different types of hats into the game, and they are actually fully dyeable here. So you can see my main character here wearing it. You can have it so that it actually puts your real hair that you have on your character in it. And then there's a version that'll give you the short hair here. So yeah, you can choose between the two of these. And one of the coolest things ever, they actually have physics. You can see there, just like my hat. Pretty cool stuff. And you can also dye them. So if you wanted to have a bit of a different look with keeping these cool physics, you can go ahead and do that. I absolutely love the physics on these. So yeah, that is the Christmas Santa hats by Elven, available on Nexus Mods. And next up, we got one that actually just dropped a few hours ago, but I love it. The Winter Maiden outfit clothes armor by Lineara. So yeah, this is what the outfit here looks like. I got this one on Shadowheart, and there's actually this really cool circlet that does have physics as well that goes along with it. While this isn't directly like Christmassy themed, I thought it's winter themed, it's the Winter Maiden, so I thought this was really cool. And the outfit itself looks incredible. It's also dyeable, so you can change the appearance of it. This is just the basic. I also use the white dye from Favorite Colors to give it this appearance. But yeah, this is a more formal looking holiday attire, and I just love anything that has the physics there. So very cool stuff. That again is the Winter Maiden outfit clothes armor by Lineara. Now next we got an outfit mod here that I actually covered last year, and this one came out December 21st, 2024. I downloaded December 22nd when I did this video. This one here by Observe is actually a really cool dress. Now this one won't appear in your tutorial chest. I actually had some comments about that. You do have to go to like your camp chest, and whenever you go to view that, there is going to be a bunch of them inside here, so you can just go ahead and grab them. They have 10 armor class. Happy holidays. Also, I guess the Elven Santa hat mod is also in there, but I really like this mod because it's a nice dress, no clipping, feels thematic, has a little belt on it, it's sparkly, it looks good. And this works on all body type 1, except for gnomes, dwarves, halfling, and unfortunately Dragonborn. So yeah, it's great. I love this, and here's just a few more images from it. I think it looks great on a variety of different characters here. Yeah, this is something I've been using like last year and actually used in a few different videos, because I think this dress, it looks nice even if it's not the holiday season. So yeah, that is the Ziva holiday dress. And we got an amazing set of different armors here made by Copperleaves, the Winter Wonderland here. And this actually goes perfectly with my modded subclass that I made. And I want to thank Copperleaves for commenting on my mod and talking about this mod that they're working on. And I gotta say, the finished product here is incredible. So that's the outfit that you saw there, the winter striped tunic. So they put it into the winter armor pouches here. You have a few different ones. The nice thing is they're all like progressive. So you get the frozen solid, which will increase your armor class, constitution as you level up. And you got the cold never bothered me anyway, which whenever you stand on a water surface, you'll regain health points and resistances to cold damage. So yeah, these are great. Just gives you a good bit of survivability, nothing too overpowered. Copperleaves does a fantastic job of keeping these things very well balanced. And the passives on the different outfits here are really funny. So you get the Brain Unfreeze, which will increase your intelligence. You get Create Water as a bonus action, which is really nice. And starting at level 8, allies within a 6-meter radius are no longer hindered by ice. And at level 10, whenever you score a critical hit, it deals an additional 1 to 6 cold damage. And all these will give you that effect, so depending on what the outfit you want to have here. My personal favorite is the Winter Scarf with Mask, because it's just very thematic, but all these look really nice too. Depending on the armor set that you went with from the armor pouch there, you can mix and match these to give yourself the perfect winter appearance. And the gloves themselves will increase your charisma, and starting at level 4, you do an additional cold damage equal to your proficiency bonus when you attack from a frozen surface. Super cool ability there. And you get the freeze ray. Starting at level 6, when you deal cold damage, it applies encrusted with frost on the enemy. And at level 8, you get additional bonus action per turn with these. And then for the boots, you don't slip on ice. And when you start on water or blood, you get to freeze it into ice. I love that. Dexterity increases by 1 at levels 4, 18, and 1, 4, and 8 up to 24 max. Then you also get the Disintegrating Nightwalker's Toe Pick here, which gives you Misty Step, cannot be in web, no longer slip on ice. You can't be ensnared, entangled, or paralyzed. That's really nice because basically whenever you put that on, you're not going to get crowd controlled. You'll be running around on ice and dishing out a ton of cold damage. And then for the cloaks, they'll increase your wisdom, and starting at level 6, when you deal cold damage with a spell or cantrip, it infuses your weapon, and then you do additional cold damage. And at level 8, you cannot be frightened, cannot be afflicted with other emotion-altering conditions, and at level 10, you illuminate the area around with a freezing light that makes movement difficult for enemies and bolsters your allies' defense by 2 to 16 cold damage. And if those outfits weren't amazing enough, we also get a Winter's Dye and Winter's Dye all to dye different types of outfits. And just for example, I'll show off this white dress here that I use in a lot of my different videos, just a slightly different white tone for it. But on something like the starter sorcerer robes there, you can see it actually has a really nice cold thematic appearance for it. And one last base game appearance, that is the robe of the Land and Sky. I think that just looks so good. Yeah, that is the Winter Wonderland by Copperleaves, available on Nexus Mods or Mod.io, depending on what you prefer. Now, this is a really cool mod that I actually covered in my Best Mods of the Week video last week, the Scrappy Little Christmas Presents by Petrograph99. I love the candy cane weapon that we got here. It's just a normal weapon, 1d8, but it looks cool. And there's also this scarf here for other body types, and then you can see this Dragonborn, which is Dragonborn outfit. It's a Dragonborn outfit. Now, you can see at the top that I have little Santa heads there. Depending on which head you go with, I'd recommend using the Dirge one here. It's mostly Dragonborn themed equipment. You got this black one here, which will go onto the Dirge, which you see there. And then the white scarf is on the all races. You can put this on anybody. I love it. It has like the peace grays. It's for like a redemption Dirge. And then we also have the Dirge here's little Santa hats that you can see, and the Christmas sweater. It only works on body type 2 Dragonborns, but it looks amazing. So yeah, that is super cool. And there's also a fairly light tail that you can put on Dragon type, body type 2 Dragonborns as well. And the coolest thing is if you drop this on the ground, it has a unique little shape there. So yeah, if you want to litter your camp with a bunch of these boxes, you can use the tutorial chest to summon in more of them. So shout out to Petrograph99 for this one. And next up, we got Merry Christmas by Pommel Strike. I love this. I actually covered it back in June when they released it, and they're working on an update for this that will add in some sweaters and stuff too. It's a work in progress because there's a lot that goes into making these types of outfits. And here's one of the outfits here, a bit of a different Santa hat. This one actually sits on the head a little bit lower, like you see in that picture with Shadowheart there, compared to the other one that's a little bit higher. This one does not have physics, but I think it looks amazing here. And two different dresses that you can choose from, a few different types of boots, and you got the Goku boots, or these festive quilted shoes, which I think just look fantastic. So, and here's the other outfit. It doesn't have like the hood appearance, but it's more like a dress. And yeah, they are working on a future update for this, so hopefully we can see some more of this come soon. Love this mod though. The hat also gives 2 turns of Encrusted with Frost, additional cold damage in the Insidious Cold, potentially chilling the target, and Ray of Frost. It's basically the Morning Frost staff in hat form. Fantastic. And this is another mod that I actually covered last year, the Christmas Dice Set by Sultry Shay. This is a really cute one. So basically, it adds in a bunch of these different die appearances here. So whenever you roll it, you're going to get the different gifts or different sweaters. You got cookies if you want them, or you even have the gelatinous version, the cranberry sauce one. The Glacier, this is one that I like the most. The Glacier just looks really cool. And then there's Santa Boo, which will hold up gifts with different numbers on it. And they also have snowflakes. So yeah. And here's just an example of what it looks like. I think it's super cool. They really did an amazing job with this. So you get this different sweater versions. There's the gelatinous Santa. You got cranberry sauce on it. My personal favorite, the Glacier one here. Just nice. Looks icy. So yeah, this is an underrated Christmas dice mod by Sultry Shay here. And next we got the Wolves Midwinter pack here by Strawberry Wolfers. This is made back in 2023. It just adds in a few different customization hair colors and eye colors. So you got these bright, the Evergreen Forest and Ribbon Red, Winter Wonderland eye and hair color, the Frosty Glass and the Golden Dream. So I just want to highlight this one, as some people like to have some different hairstyle colors. So yeah, just a few different choices here, part of the Midwinter pack. And this one isn't really like directly holiday or Christmas themed, but the Winter Elves, I want to point out, if you're on PC, by Zabra here, adds in a sub-race here that gives you a few different benefits, like you get Ray of Frost, Mind Illusion, or Dancing Lights, resistance to cold damage, proficiency in survival, but vulnerability to fire damage while traversing icy surfaces. You cannot fall, and you don't get slowed down by it. And you also have the Winter's Grasp, basically, again, the Morning Frost, and also getting encrusted with frost on enemies. And whenever you deal cold damage and Frostbird is enabled, you create an ice surface around the target, kind of similar to the Snowburst ring. Lesser Sleet Storm gives you a smaller version of Sleet Storm, and it only has 1 turn duration, long rest, refresh. Level 5 gives you another version of Sleet Storm. And then there's also a half-elf version here. So I thought that was just really nice one to highlight this one as well. And this last one here, Ugly Midwinter Sweaters. Now I covered this in a previous one. It adds in a few like holiday-themed ones. Unfortunately, couldn't get this one to show up for some reason, but I did have it appear last year. I do think it still works, but I do have a bunch of mods going on with issues. But they're just a few different holiday-themed sweaters here. 5 of them, and it's for Midwinter Celebrations by Life of Groot. And one last one, again, this isn't really fully a Christmas-themed one, but the Frost King Progressive Equipment set by Scrappy is great. I don't know, I just feel this theme. I don't know if you've played any of the games like this back around the holiday season, but yeah, it's a festive-ish one for me and maybe for others too. And finally, I'm going to yap a little bit about my mod because I'm a big fan of it. I put 120 hours into making the College of Winter Spirit Bard here. It has 33 different cold spells and actions with unique VFX. You can summon in both a sword and a bow. You also get undead that are uncontrollable. They just go around and they do special icy attacks without you having to control them. There's level 20 support, and I give off a super powerful spell with 3 different snowmen, which are like genies, but a little bit more offensive, a little bit less tanky. And there's also different summons like the Owlbear Cub there. Just going to take you through all the shots here because I had a lot of fun taking these pictures. And yeah, this is a very cool, it's a caster type of bard, but on top of that, you also get an extra attack, so you can do some melee attacking if you want. I do give it some melee attacks as well, like it has a smite, but the big core component of it is using your bardic inspiration for these bonus action abilities. You got a snowball that you can throw as a bonus action, working like a ray of frost if you want to kite an enemy, or you also have something called the Winter's Wit here, which is kind of like Vicious Mockery. There are 6 different summons, and then there's progressive versions once you reach past level 12 if you want to do that. I got a bunch of different evocation spells changed into cold damage versions and changed the VFX on things like the other ones. Icy Missile unfortunately couldn't. And then I also add in a special cranberry juice, which gives you water bottles to use your mage hand to throw with, and then it also has a new healing item. And there's 22 different Winter's Harmony passives here, which you can select. I didn't do too much heavy Christmas branding, just like Holly and Jolly infusements here, but it's mostly just winter themed, so you can play this at any other time of the year, but obviously very heavily inspired by Christmas. I won't talk too much about it, but you basically get a bunch of different spells and abilities at every single level. And then I also have ability to protect your teammates from slipping and falling on ice here. And all the summons are ice versions, so you can cast it there, and then you have your little catsicle. These do level up, and they have different stronger versions of them. This is the cat, it is the meow, and I've made special like cold damage attacks for them. And I made this ice dog here, so if you're a fan of dogs, it's a little bit stronger than the cat. And then there is also an owlbear cub as well. There's skeletons, and there's a big owlbear, and then snowman once you reach level 12. So yeah, don't want to yap again about this too much. Go download the College of Winter Spirit Bard and all the other mods in this video. So I hope you enjoyed this holiday themed video. Hit the subscribe button below if you did enjoy it, and I hope you guys all have an amazing day and a happy and safe holiday season. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and a happy new year to you and your family.